All right, back with another little new campaign start for Bannerlord, the Old Realms mod, Warhammer mod for Bannerlord, and gonna go with a Knight of the White Wolf this time. One of my favorite units from Warhammer Fantasy. You can't actually play technically as a Knight of the White Wolf, but you can play as a Wolf Priest of Ulrich. So we're going to use the Wolf Priest of Ulrich character class or career in the game, and you're going to play as a Knight of the White Wolf. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think that Knights of the White Wolf are actually have any priest spells or anything like that. I think they're just tough, really tough warriors. But yeah, our guy's going to be, you know, particularly blessed by Ulrich. And we're gonna get some melee madness happening. All right, let's make our guy. So yeah, as a priest of Ulrich, you've got to have a big beard and and flowing mane, or maybe some sort of like feral kind of I don't know. I feel like. Yeah, either like that or that. I mean, that's probably like that's probably more your Knights of the White Wolf kind of vibe, I think. You maybe even go for something like that. If some of you boys looking a bit extra feral. But yeah, I think we'll just go for classic White Wolf action. Now, we want our guy to be... Actually, how tall is he? Oh, he's not too bad. He's pretty average. He's pretty thick. Our boy is pretty thick. Yeah, if you make their head smaller, it makes their body look bigger, I reckon. Their armor looks bigger. Burly, blind in one eye, blue-white, tribal face paint. Yeah, nice. Oh, you got to go blind in one eye for sure. Got to be like the grizzled veteran, you know. Yeah, I think having small head, giant chest is really good. I love the there's a certain artist that does the Space Marines like that, with like the really big chest and legs and small head and arms, and it looks really cool. Makes the chest look massive. Okay, so we want to be tough as shit, basically. So we want to have maximum endurance. We want to be able to run fast as well. Endurance is really good for like running around and hacking people up. And probably want to have pretty high faith, because that gives us our ward save. But we also want to have a decent amount of vigor as well. I'm not sure. Actually, let's have a quick look at the max skills. So I usually try to go for like 8 discipline, because 8 discipline and 5 points in faith will give you 302. Which gives you about 20% ward save, which is pretty good. But if we went for 7, we could get to 288, or 6 or 5. So if we went for 5 and went for 260, that's not too bad. It's still pretty good. And then I think then we'd be able to get a lot more vigor, so it'd just be more of a, you know, more of a destroyer. Not going to be quite as tough though, but it's only going to be like a tiny bit of difference. It's not going to make that much difference. Yeah, so I'm thinking we go endurance vigor with discipline as our secondary this time. Don't worry about intelligence or cunning or any of that nerd shit. We're just gonna go full melee. Full send those axes downfield. All right, so what I'm saying is a bit of vigor is not too bad. We're gonna go two-handed axe though. I suppose we could switch between two-handed and one-handed. I'm maxing 10 discipline, secondary vigor, tertiary endurance. Okay, nice. I like endurance because it gives you the extra hit points. You get up to 80 extra hit points on top of all the extra hit points you already get. Plus your self-healing, you know. Yeah, I feel like the longer you stay alive, the better. So I just want as much. So my normal build would be 10 endurance, 10 discipline, or 10 endurance, 8 discipline. But I just wanted to be more vigory this time. Actually, maybe going one-handed axe would be better, actually. Yeah, maybe one-handed axe would be better than two-handed axe. I know, I kind of want to get both two-handed and one-handed. And commoners gives us crossbow, which we don't want. Don't want any of those skills. Imperial nobility gives us one-handed that we maybe want. Don't really want that. Yeah, we're not going to... Yeah, the setups aren't very good for our skills. Let me just have a look at the perk tree here. Yeah, I mean, I think 10 discipline's not bad. But the difference... But what I was saying is, like, if you get 3... If you go for 8 discipline and go for... Which gives you 300, that gives you about 20 or 22%. I think about 22% or something like that. Ward save, whereas you go all the way to 330 and you get 25%, so it's only like 3% extra ward save, so for 2 extra stat points. That's kind of like, I don't know, does it, yeah, I feel like 10 is enough for me, but I mean 8 is enough for me, but 10 discipline, if you want to go all the way, that makes sense. But yeah, I feel like 10 endurance is nice because it gives you that extra hit points, and it just feels good to be able to run fast, you know, when you're a melee character, I reckon. This is my sort of mentality. But yeah, I'm not sure about vigor, whether I want to go 8 discipline and the rest vigor, or like 5 discipline. But anyway, yeah, so I was just gonna have a look at the skills again. So I think it's where are we? Chanto. Prison of work, yeah, okay. So so every point in the player's highest weapon skill, so whatever your one highest weapon skill is, that increases the damage of your ability. Leadership counts towards career ability. Okay, so leadership we want a little bit of, but I'm not going to put any points in social. Faith counts the ability. Okay, so discipline's good for that. That's it. So faith, leadership, and weapon. So if we go for... So what's the best ratio? So if we want to get... So just say we've got 10 points to spend, or like... I don't know, just say we're going to go... Like, just say we're going to go 5-5. We're going to go either... No, I can't really go there. So we're going to go like... I don't know, just say we can go like 5-5 in each of vigor and faith. Or we could go 8-2, or we could go 2 vigor, 8 faith. So 8 faith would give us 302, and then 2 vigor would give us 218. So we'd have a total of 520 points towards our career ability. Yeah, 520. Whereas if we went 5-5, that'd be 260 plus 260. So that'd be a total of 520. Is that the same? So it's the same, yeah. Okay. So what about if we went like 4-6? That'd be 246 plus 274, which is 520. Okay, so it's 520 no matter what. Interesting. Well, at this point, you don't really have to worry about it too much. It's just, the point is we're going to put at least some skills. We're going to put at least some points into each of into vigor, discipline, and endurance. But yeah, I guess if you're like the build you're doing, like vigor discipline means you do more damage with your ability, which is pretty cool. Whereas I'm going to do less damage because I won't have as many points. So if I went like, instead of going 5-5 or whatever, if I went 10-10, I'd be 660 damage. 660 increasing my skill instead of 520. So it's like those extra 5 points. stat points is, yeah, makes a fair difference. Okay, so anyway, so nobility gives us leadership, and maybe one-handed we might want to use, and maybe higher riding might help us a bit. Someone gives us endurance, which is blacksmithing, which we are going to use. And that's it. So, yeah, I guess nobility wins out there. These aren't very good options, but that's right. Imperial cultist gives us discipline, which we want, medicine, which we want, and one-handed, which we sort of want, steward, which we don't want. Militia gives us two-handed, which we want, but and athletics we want, so 2 points. This gives us 1, 2, potentially 3, yeah, so we'll go for that. And then we'll go for priest acolyte. So yeah. We did study as a priest when we were younger, but now we've become a Knight of the White Wolf, or we aspire to become a Knight of the White Wolf, once we can steal some armor. What was the wolf? Was there a wolf icon, or do we have to have CC's banners on to have a wolf icon? There's not really any white wolfy type of images, is there? Need that CC's banners on. Let's do the axe. Hey, and wolf proves I'm too perfect. I don't know about perfect. It's very it can get quite detail orientated sometimes. That's for sure. I feel like it's not the right type of axe. Yeah, I feel like this axe is more like it. Alright, we'll go for the sigil, an axe sigil. What should we be a, see Reddit? I can't see banner. Oh, okay, sorry, I'm trying to figure out what banner to do. What should we call our clan? The Ulfinger or the Ulfsons. Pretty good. Merkson. No, have to go something, yeah, you gotta go something law friendly for sure. Hammers of Ulrich. Now we need a hammer though. I've played probably a lot more Warhammer than you have, Hughes, but that's it. That's all it is. You know, it's just experience. You know, you play like freaking 20,000 hours or something. Like you get pretty knowledgeable about it. But I don't know. I forget as much stuff as I know as I've learned. You know what I mean? Axes of Ulrich? I don't know. What's it like something to do with this? Is there anything to do with weather or storms or anything? There's no lightning or anything. I think of something that would be kind of wolfy. Is that a wolf? No, it's like a dragon, isn't it? Could kind of be a wolf. I don't want to go with this again. We could just go with like a rune. We could just say that that means, you know, Ulrich or hammer or something. What is wolf in Danish? Like the ULV or something? We'll just call him the Blood Wolf again. There we go. The Blood Wolves. Steer clear of runes? Really? Why? I think his name wouldn't be Merkner. Axefang, Mad Mercison. Mercison. What's it? I don't know. What's it like a? I like just like Heinrich or something like that. It could be good. Heinrich of the Blood Wolf. Let's go with a classic Empire name, even though he's got like a half Nord name. So you're gonna be Warrior Priest of Ulrich. Henrik gained a level. Very good. Straight up, you want to go for probably faith, I guess. Oh, maybe we'll probably wanted 1 point in blacksmithing first. That's right. How much money have we got? We got that. We got that. We're at 9.6k. We've taken it out of poverty, so we can't use any of these rich weapons. But no, we haven't really taken it out of poverty. Just want to get 15,000 gold as fast as we can. I think if we buy all of the sheep and then like instantly murder them, that gives you a bit of money. I'm not sure if it works on the cows as well though. Maybe I shouldn't do it just in case it doesn't work. So we're currently at 12,757. Yeah, we just made a bit of money from that. Wonder if we could quickly... Tony gave you best game of Warhammer. Some of them have silly meanings and are unlucky. I'm not sure if that is actually technically a rune or not, but yeah. Oh, we can't pray at the Shrine of Sigmar because we're a warrior priest of Ulrich. Of course. Only 4 sheep here. I don't know if it's going to be a profit. 13,860. I feel like we can almost... No, we need another 1,000 gold, do we? Oh, 400. That's close. Wait, we just strip off all of everything we've got. Ah, we're 200 short. 70 gold short. That's right. We can just I'll just be a hired sword for a while, and that should be enough to do. Ah, we made it. Okay, we've got exactly 15,000 gold. Now we go to Bretonia. We don't need to even do the blacksmithing start. We can just go straight into killing Bretonian knights, which is the most noble of things to do if you're a warrior priest of Warwick. Excuse me, but no, it's just to get a quick kind of a kickstart to get to tier 2 quickly. I just sold everything. I bought all the sheep, slaughtered them into meat and hides, and then sold the hides for a big profit. So I made like a few 100,000 gold there, and then I just sold everything, including my horse. So I get just enough to buy a Bretonian knight, and then I can sell him double my money. And we're away. We are off to the races, as they say. Fucking, there we go.
Yours is not a fake.
It's actually quite good when you do this, because that way you can start blacksmithing by just smelting the knight swords, which gives you just a massive boost to your blacksmithing, which is so much faster than fucking around with all that other crap. Let's hire a few knights.
Yours is not.
So yeah, so we just instantly went from 0 to having heaps of cash by just doing this. A little bit of an exploit. And yeah, I'll actually keep these Bretonian knights. So I'll get them to give up their heretic lady worshipping ways and learn to be proper civilized empire men. Might steal that guy's armor. Alright, we get another knight. Now I want to end up with 3 knights that all have this duelist skill, so that they can auto-resolve tournaments for me. So 2 of them, we've already got 2 of them, we just need to get rid of this guy, Wondriel.
Yours is not a.
Just keep coming. Yeah, this guy's got the duelist. Can't find a rune like the one on the flag. Yeah, nice. So it's hopefully it's not a real rune, so I'm not going to get cursed or anything. Yeah, so now we can go in here and make some of that. And then instead of starting off blacksmithing from 0, we just go blam, 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 and just power up a heap of blacksmithing from this. Going to level up. Blacksmithing. Let's just for pain again. Yeah, that's alright. Appreciate the warning. There we go. Now we've got a wooden rake head, so we can just make those. Alright, cool. Now, we've got 3 knights that'll have the good trait. So we'll get them to watch tournament. And it was Adelhard, the Bretonian Knight, wins. Bit of a blacksmithing stamina. Alright, now we want to keep Adelhard because he's got 1 tournament win already. We'll get rid of this guy. Even though he was the right sort of guy that we wanted. It only costs about 9,000 to respec them, but you make like a 20 something thousand profit. You make about 18,000 profit, I think, on each one. So even if we have to respec, it's still worth it. We've been pretty lucky just getting Bretonian Knight after Bretonian Knight, but yeah, luck has to run out eventually. The town's already run out of money as well. We'll go to this next town. I brought too much wood with me. I'm still naked as well. Just steal some stolen Bretonian Knight clothes. faster. There's another tournament on here. Just double check this guy. Yes, this guy does not have the tournament ability. So we'll hire a new one. We have to, we can respec him, but we may as well just hire a new one because then we make money instead of losing money. Yeah, I know all this stuff is a little bit silly, but it's a good way to get started. Get a fast start.
Yours is not a fate.
There's another one there. Yep, this guy doesn't have the trade again, so sell his gear and try again. But every time we try again, as long as we end up with a night, 3 nights at the end, the more times we do it, the more money we end up getting, so it's not too much of a tragedy.
Yours is not a...
No, he doesn't have it again. That's okay. Yeah, that's good enough. Alright, so we'll just respec his one-handed. So we'll just have to wait till the morning. Go to the arena. Yeah, I forgot which one it was I was trying to do. Yeah, Albrecht. They win naked? Yeah, it doesn't make any difference. They still win just as much with no armor as they do with full armor. So yeah, so just before we fight in the tournament, we'll just make sure they get maximum renown by respecing this guy. Yeah, this one's what the main one you want, duelist, so you get double renown from tournaments. And then we just auto-resolve the tournament by watching it. And click this button to skip all rounds. Yeah, there's 2 tournaments that are giving us 12 renown already. Because we get double renown from each one. And then we can just kind of like, as we kind of like just wander around getting organized at the start, we now have these 3 guys that will just constantly win tournaments every time we go into a town. And then we can slowly replace them with the characters we actually want, you know, as we go along. That's the plan. I'll give him some basic clothes so he's not totally naked. Give these guys some peasant garments. They haven't earned the right to all this gear that they've got yet. What is Cheese's chivalry from Britannia? Britannia just gets heaps of chivalry anyway, you don't really have to worry about it. It just powers up. Yeah, the chivalry mechanic's kind of a joke for Britonia. You just get shitloads of chivalry and end up having heaps of it. Are you just like, yeah, are you having trouble getting chivalry, or you just thought you should try and get lots of chivalry? Because yeah, if you're worried you might not be able to get enough, I wouldn't worry, you should get heaps anyway. But if you're saying if you're having problems getting enough or whatever, then yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe you're doing something a bit different, maybe. That's fine. Alright, cool. Yeah, so we can just keep hanging around here, just killing Bretonian knights forever and just get more and more and more of them. But yeah, that's unnecessary. We've got so now we start off with 15,000 gold. Then now we've hired 3 companions that are worth 15,000 gold each. Plus we've still got our 15,000 gold as well. So we've essentially made 45,000 gold plus 10, 12, 13, 15, plus another 15,000. So so we've gone from about 15,000 worth of assets to about 75,000 worth of assets in, like, you know, very, very fast. Get 4 pack horses. Give those guys some cheap horses to ride. And let's get back up north and start praying to Ulrich. Oh shit. Oh, I don't have any. Yeah, I don't have any weapon equipped. I just realized, so it's like, I don't want to fight these guys. That would have been awkward. I'd just be like using harsh words against them. Alright, I might need to actually equip a weapon here. Britonia has the best music. Yeah. Not bad. Alrighty. We need to get up here. There's a shrine to Ulrich just there. So if we can get to Grimminghausen or Delbers, we can just kind of pop out and go to the shrine of Ulrich to pray every now and again. Now the priest of Ulrich doesn't get any extra companions, so you just have to slowly get more. Does he get a two-handed hammer?
Who are you and what do you want?
No, just one-handed. Okay, if you can hire a warrior priest with a two-handed hammer, it unlocks the two-handed for hammer recipes, which is pretty good. Yeah, that guy just beat us in the tournament. What a dick. Robbed me of 6 renown. Right, I'll mark the shrines of Ulrich so that we don't overlook them. And we want to drop into one whenever we're ready for a prayer. And there's one nearby. We're starving. buy some Midlands Palfreys, buy the pack horses, buy everything. We get our charcoal perk already? Yep. Try and smash out some tournaments. We should get to tier 1 pretty fast. Alright, we'll get some food. Alright. Do that. Go see if we can. Oh yeah, actually we can get more. Get Wolfkin from the Shrines of Ulrich, but you also get it from Mindenheim. And we've got a few career points to spend now too. Physical damage, health regeneration, party speed. Yeah, I'll go party speed first. The quicker we can get around to things, the better. Ah, well, somebody just came in and somebody just come and hired all of the Knights of the White Wolf. Sorry, all the Wolf Brothers, which we could eventually upgrade to be Knights of the White Wolf. We level up. Go to the point in faith. And 5 discipline. I'm going to go 6 discipline. Actually, yeah, we want to get to 250 in faith. So we need at least 5, which we've got. If we can get there faster, that'll be good. Because yeah, that'll be really good actually. Because then our units won't die as much. So yeah, I might have to have one Priestess of Shalia just to heal us. Because I'm not going to have... Oh, actually, no, I can have pretty high medicine as well. Yeah, actually, I'll just do medicine myself. Because I can always respec out of it later. I guess we should have a look out, keep a lookout for like wolf pelts and stuff. If we can find like a legendary wolf pelt, something like that, that'd be really good. So just every time we go to a town, we can just smash out a tournament. Never mind. Almost every time we go to a town, we should be able to smash out a tournament. And we're, nearly halfway to tier 1 already. And we're looking for, life wizards and light wizards. Hey, neighbor. Just doing a quick Night of the White Wolf start. But yeah, it's only gonna be a short stream because I got to work in 6 hours. So yeah, I want to try and get a couple hours sleep before then. But we'll probably do another hour or so, just to get it rolling. At least have a little bit of a taste of glorious battle to wet our whistle a little bit. I might just do a bit of blacksmithing just so that if we get the traveling merchant, we'll actually have some stuff to trade. Nice to keep a bit on hand. Actually, we may as well start reading books like straight away as well, because we aren't doing magic anyway. In this stage, we're just trying to unlock the bill hook, and use the bill hook to unlock the money rake. And we're just doing little circuits around here to smash out tournaments while we try and pray to Ulrich on the way. Renown continues to smash up, and yeah, and we're scouting all of the taverns to see what characters are here, so that we can, once we want to collect our companions later on, we can know where to track them down. Maybe a Celestial Wizard could be cool. Bit of storm action. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, yeah, 1 Priestess of Shalia for our extra party. I think they're the ones that have the best medicine. Oh, actually, we could probably just level up medicine on another character. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Priestess of Shalia. Hmm. Yeah, this little circuit's good here because it's got three shrines of Ulrich in a circle, and you know, all these tournaments that are in a nice circle, so you don't have to go off your path or anything. And also you can, yeah, as well as getting Wolf Brothers from the shrines as you pray, you also pass by Middenheim every time you do a circuit, and you can get extra Wolf Brothers from there. We can slowly just build up our number of Wolfkins. So we've got 26 Wolfkins so far. The only thing is we should probably... Well, there's a life wizard. Yeah, I might get him now, actually. I don't want to go into the arena. I want to go to the leaderboard. So Adalbert's got 4 wins. So we keep him. And these guys both have 2 wins. Maybe I'll just keep them both for now. Check for some Wolf Brothers. Adelhard, yeah, Adelhard seems to have the right stuff. He's a tournament champion. Here we go. Get all the Wolf Brothers. Right, we go Plague-ridden Village.
Right, so...
Get our extra 20 hit points. Um... We fire one, get a point in gunpowder. Yeah, we'll go back and get that warrior priest, get that life mage. I'm just going to equip this two-handed sword. We'll use that for a while till we can get a mightier, more Ulrican style weapon. So yeah, leadership we want to get up. Wait till Mortkin knocks off. He's trying to roll me. Here we go. Riding, polearm, and leadership. Yeah, I'll go for leadership. Leadership's a bit hard, probably the hardest one to get up at the start. Plague-ridden village. Oh yeah, where's that plague-ridden village we've got to go to? I should do that before I forget. Where is it? Oh, back there. Okay, well, I'll go back there in a second. Just go and grab our other companion and do our prayer to Ulrich. And then we probably should go and train with a nobleman to get our faith up. So yeah, we might have to drop all of our current crop of wolf brothers.
What is it,
Ulricans are not allowed to wear furs and pelts of animals that do not kill themselves with their own strength of arm. Why are you saying that? Why do you say that right now? I'm not wearing any pelts. Was that just a random draw drop? A random lore drop? Or was that a message to me? It's your random lore trivia. Oh, okay, cool. Thought you were judging me. Thought you were castigating me, admonishing me for my failure of faith. Is Todbringer a devout Ulrican, by the way? I mean, I'm sure he's prayed to Ulrich before battles and stuff, but is he like a god brothering hardcore Ulrican, or is he just like a bit Ulrican, or what? I find your lack of faith disturbing. So keep these guys winning tournaments for us until the renown sort of starts slowing down, or until we start getting lots of renown from battles. Now this bad boy, we need to equip him with a shield. A nice one-handed sword. So that's about the best we're going to get. Some gear that... These Witch Hunters hats actually aren't too bad. That one's really... That looks stupid. No, they're both shit. There's good ones, but that's not one of them. Oh, here we go. Now we've got the bill hook. So we can make some extra money from blacksmithing and we can unlock the money rake. He's not of the priesthood, he's just an elector-count of Middenland. Yeah, he's the elector-count of Middenland. But what I was saying is, like, yeah, do you know if there's any mention of him being particularly devout? Or is he just like a normal kind of warrior guy that, you know, goes to church on special occasions, but doesn't give a shit apart from that, you know? Or is he like, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I suppose that's probably pretty specific stuff. That I shouldn't expect you to just know off the top of your head. Middenheim is an imperial city directly under the Ulrich. Oh, Midden. Oh, okay. So Middenheim is. So what the Ulrich is like the prince or whatever. What he's like, or the mayor or whatever, the Burgermeister or fucking whatever the title is of Middenheim. Yeah, no, I know the Ulrich is the High Priest of Ulrich, but you're saying that the Ulrich is the ruler of Middenheim as well. Like he has political power of being like a ruler, a mayor or whatever, as well as being a priest. Is that what you're saying? Or did I misunderstand? Boris is Ulrican by virtue of being a Middenlander, but not necessarily ever described as more religious or not. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I hadn't heard anything about him being more religious or not either, so I was just wondering if you... I'm just wondering. Middenheim itself is under the Ulrican Temple. Okay, crazy. So where's Boris's actual seat then? Clan Todbringer. Okay, in this one, Middenheim is owned by Todbringer. These guys are on our asses. Alright, let's go back and do this quest. Alright, I might just want to resolve this The capital of Middenland is actually Karabberg. What the fuck? Really? In the current, in the current timeline of like pre-end times, proper Warhammer. Wow, never heard that before. You learn something new every day. Just like how Waldenhof is the capital of Sylvania. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I guess it's just because of Warhammer, you assume that the capitals are what they are in Warhammer Total War. Yeah, I guess the Total War engine doesn't really support having a capital that's not like the most powerful settlement in the province. Waldenhof does start off at tier 2 with a big garrison though, so I guess that kind of represents it in a way or something. I wonder if somebody at Creative Assembly specifically argued that Waldenhof should be tier 2 to start the start of the game because it's the capital. Wouldn't be surprised. Stonemason sounds pretty shitty with only hammer. What's Stonemason got to do with it? Alright, let's get it, make sure our life mage has got spells that we want him to have. He does not. We just want him to have bark skin mainly. If we get him regrowth as well, that'd be good. Alright, so all he does is cast bark skin once, and that's it. I guess we can just get him to cast this constantly. You are talking random shit? Yeah, alright, fine. That is fine. Fine by me. Alright, well, let's go and suicide out. Well, not suicide, but let's go and charge headlong into some enemies with these guys. And then we can go and train up a bit. What's the capital of Ostermark? I don't know, Beckhaven? The old capital was Mordheim, but yeah, well, it just depends what time period. Mordheim. Capital is Mordheim. Boom. I win. Assuming that you mean during the heyday of the Mordheim series. Pre-comet.
We will trouble your puny.
Okay, so hold fire. And we'll put all of our guys in the infantry.
Forward! Soldiers, move! Forward! Everyone, dismount! Call the...
The correct answer is Mordheim. It has had no new capital since then. Oh, what? How, but... that's weird. But it can't be its capital if, like... Shield us. Yeah, shields up. Alright, we got 50% physical resistance. Where's this guy got? Oh, there's... Check this out, the hot gates. Boom! That was the axe of Ulrich. Not very impressive because it doesn't do much damage yet. Beckhaven is the capital of Ostermark in Warhammer Total War, yeah. But the previous capital was Mordheim, but then it got blown up by a massive comet during the whole like Mordheim period. But yeah, I was saying they never actually officially made any other place the capital. So, but I mean, just because I don't know, I would sort of argue that it's not really the capital anymore because it doesn't exist anymore. But I guess it sort of does exist. It's just all cursed and shit. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. Guess it still technically exists. Yeah, I guess it's fair. And it has no capital. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. When you get hit by a comet, then you aren't the capital anymore. That's the rule. Where those beastmen go? I want to fight them. Traveling merchant. Oh, I didn't bring any didn't keep any stuff. I wouldn't mind this Reichsguard one-hander. Flagellant flail, I wouldn't mind that as well. But unfortunately we did not keep any stuff. It's worth selling. Actually, I've got my armor. Went up to 9,000. 33,000. Yeah, I guess we could get a Reichsguard in a circle sword. There you go. Oh, what? Alright, there we go. Alright, we're out of food. Again. Alright, should give us out of trouble for a bit. Alright, to the plague-ridden village. Coincidentally, just like every other character of mine, this character's backstory has an incident where he was infected with a nogal plague. And he's been, you know, ever since then he's spent his life, you know, trying to atone for his moment of weakness. And seeking various cures for the plague, which of course, the pox that he bears a secret mark. And of course it's incurable. So he has to spend his life in atonement, as you do. Here's a 40k lore question to hype you up for 40k. What's the capital of Fenris, the home of the Space Wolves? And bonus, what's its Fenrisian name? The capital of Fenris is the Fang. And, actually, is it the capital? I don't know. It's their fortress monastery is called the Fang. I assume that's also the capital, but I actually don't know. Not sure if that's true or not. How'd I do? Look, my kid lives in Beckhaven, and he can confirm that is the capital of Fenris. What does that do? Hey, Salmon, what does what do? Oh, the quest, it gives you 20 extra hit points permanently. But you also have to have a perk that says Gift of Noble. So if you can't deal with that, then you can't have the 20 hit points. But I find all I have to do is read it, is to tell that story about that I just said then. Every time I play the game, and I feel like that's satisfactory for me to be allowed to use it. Alright, so we've got +1 party movement speed. The Fenrisian name is the Ayat. Cool. Alright, now we've got a prayer. We only got one prayer at the moment. How are we going on tier 2? Still got a ways to go for tier 2. But yeah, I think it might be a good idea to go and might actually be a good idea to go and do our training now. Because if you get your 100 faith training early, it just makes it so much faster in general after that. But we'll just make sure our guys are like tournament champions first. In return, I'll let them wear clothes. I'm a benevolent wolf knight. Yeah, I don't particularly want these guys to get any kills, so I'm just giving them like very basic shield and really crappy mace, so they can sort of tank a bit, but they can't really do any damage. So they hopefully won't really kill anything. They're just like some penitent wolf brothers. Now posse, crap! It seems that I may have overextended my credit. At 5 out of 6, yeah, nearly there. All right, we'll do one more circuit, make sure he gets to be the tournament champion before we screw around. Rare. Vacation, capital of Veneris. No food again? God damn. I'm terrible at this then. What? How? Oh yeah, I sold... What? No. What? Oh no, I got no money. That's right. Yeah, because I forgot to do any blacksmithing. We'll do that. Do it soon. It's alright. Our morale's good. We've got such high morale that it holds us even with no actual money. Which Space Marine chapter has a keep on Terra, despite it being entirely ceremonial and Terra legally, strictly not being under the domain of the Astartes? I don't know for sure, but I assume it would be the Imperial Fists. Is it the Imperial Fists? Because the Imperial Fists are like the, you know, the I don't know, fucking defenders of Terra or whatever. Like Rogel Dawn did all the like defenses. He was the one that can fortressed up Terror and shit, right? Fortressed up is not a very good phrase. You know what I mean? Yeah, he reinforced, like built the fuck. What's it called? What's that word for when you make a place more strong? Can't think of the word then. You know, made it more castly. Fortify, yeah. Fortify is the word I was trying to find, yes. Yeah, Rogel Dawn fortified Terra, that's what I was trying to say. So it would make sense if they had a chapter house there, I was thinking. Bastionize. Bastionize? Isn't that when you have a kid when you're not married? Cadia stands. Planet broke before the guard did. All that jazz. I like that outfit, looks cool. It's actually meant to be kind of imperial, but it looks a bit kind of blacksmithy to me. Yeah, right, we'll do one more circuit, right, one more prayer, and then we'll sign up maybe with Toddbringer. And when we eventually join a faction, we'll join Toddbringer. That way we should get a heap of Knights of the White Wolf, hopefully. The free ones, some free ones. Alright, I think we're officially tournament masters now. So we should be getting our passive 1 renown per day. One of my favourite things about Warhammer that always gives me chills is a cutscene from a game I saw where a soldier is about to commit suicide listening to a monologue of a demon thing. And it's like, you shall now die. And the dude goes, but Cadia stands. Boom. That's cool. Yeah, there's I really like the animated series oh fuck. I can always forget that my brain's not working very well today. The animated series about the Black Templar chaplain that goes to defend what's you call it? Romaldus, fucking not Armageddon, Hell's Reach. Yeah. Yeah, if you just look up Hell's Reach on YouTube if you want to watch it. It goes for like an hour or two. It's like it's got like 20 episodes, I think. And the animation just kind of the animation starts off quite basic. It's mainly just reading the story kind of with some pictures and stuff, the slightly moving pictures, but it ends up getting like the graphics get really good by the end. And it's pretty cool. Ah, Light Wizard. We want one of those. We could get rid of one of our knights now, about now. We should be able to make money rakes now, so we can stop making bill hooks. And then we'll just buy a couple of books to get started with. And we'll just do a blacksmithing session here until it's time to pray, which is really soon. Let's read the books. Yeah, so reading these books will give us a bit of an XP boost. Oh yeah, we just got to level up. Put that in leadership. And come back here, and we'll just do a bit more blacksmithing. Then we'll buy that light wizard. Alright, and we'll drop the lowest ranked. Drop the lowest ranked. So Adalbert's top rank. And these guys are both equal. So yeah, we'll get rid of one of them, I guess. Excuse me, sorry. knew that was going to crash. I'm lucky I saved it beforehand. I just turn off detailed character creator. I reckon that's what's making it crash. Well, detailed character creator combined with some weird parties being close to me on the map. Yeah, the game crashed. I'm just restarting now, but yeah, figured out those crashes that happen like on the campaign map when you try to talk to a companion. They seem to be relying on what other parties are nearby or where you are on the map. So if I go back in now and if I hadn't have taken the mod off, if I go in now and I try to disband that character again, it'll just crash again over and over again. But if I just move to a slightly different area, then it won't. But yeah, so I'll just double check that it's actually the detailed character creator and not just the normal Bannerlord that's doing it. So I'm gonna just reload. I'm gonna just do the same thing in the exact same place, just for science. So if this crashes. Okay, no, it crashed again. So it's not detailed character creator. It's just the mod. It's the mod itself. Certain locations it's trying to crash in. So yeah, basically we just got to drive off to a different location first. I need to know how to level charm so I can get the bonus to Tony Renown. It's really easy to get that first bit of charm, but there's a few different ways you can do it. Well, so if you're gonna wait till you get to tier 2, ideally you want to get your companions to auto resolve the Tonys. Oh yeah, you don't have it. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're doing this right. Yeah. Sorry. So if you're already tier 2, the easiest way is to just join a faction and just start voting on stuff. Like just every time, just vote on something and spend all your influence, and you get heaps of positive relations. If you're tier 2, otherwise you can just go up to any lord and just give him like 20,000 gold. You'll just get a positive relationship bonus by giving them a good deal. Otherwise, you can go and like take over those alleyways, like clean out alleyways in towns, and don't take it over yourself. Just like kill the dudes and then don't take it over, and then all the townsfolk will like you more. Another one you can do is whenever there's bandits that are fighting villagers or patrols or whatever, just join in the fight, and then you'll get a relationship bonus sometimes with all the different villages around the area. So those are a few different ways. I usually just whenever I see a fight between bandits and somebody else, I usually just jump in and get the bonus. Get the relationship bonus from that. And that usually is enough to get me that first 25 points. Is there any path that you don't know? Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I don't know. I only know what I do know. Actually, I don't even know what I do know. Oh yeah, if you're playing vanilla, marrying somebody gives you a massive amount of charm XP. Like massive. It'll give you like 50 levels in one go if you've got a few points in charm. You don't know what you don't know. Alright, so hopefully he won't crash here because we're in a different area.
I'm yours to command.
Probably by the time I go back, the Life Wizard will have left the city. Just to be a dick. Yeah, also now that now that one guy's the champion, if we have less other knights, then there's kind of like less other knights to steal his thunder as well, so there's more chance that Adelard, whatever, will get the victories.
Aye, so who are you?
Get rid of that nonsense. Yeah, these guys can have witch hunter hats. Good enough. Alright, now light wizard, sorry, needs to respec, and then we need to get fast protection. Excuse me. So now I can respec. Go for self-targeted buffs. I'm not sure if it's actually going to count or not. I think it might be ones that I think when it says self-targeted, I think it might mean ones that just automatically target yourself, not like, you know, not like all buffs that if you happen to target yourself with it. I'm not 100% sure on that. There we go, prayers recharged at battle start, and now we can cast our prayers. Alright, now we need to go find Toddy or someone and become their best friend. We could get into a good fight on the way, that'd be cool. I wanted to use these soldiers, but I better just join Count Velmir on Rorkov.
Forgive me what may seem to...
Alright, so we lose all our Wolf Brothers. Sign a contract. Now, yeah, so we can learn Faith, which is what we want. Faith and Leadership, they're both good. Yeah, so we can get Faith up to 100. At least, and ideally get leadership up to 100 as well. Yeah, I usually just put 1 point in charm at the start because you want, yeah, the double renown from tournaments is cool, but the plus 30% influence from battles that you get at level 50 is really good. And you can use that charm that you get from that to level up your charm. You use that influence that you get from that to level up your charm even more once you join a faction as well. It's kind of cool, kind of feeds into itself. Alright, we've got a battle prayer now. Yeah, actually I definitely recommend hanging out with this guy and getting your faith up to 75 before you start fighting. Because, before you do a lot of fighting, because your, yeah, your first, like, damaging prayer, I think you get at 75. I think it's 75. I don't know if we should go for the axe or the hammer. The hammer is pretty satisfying. Yeah, so this is a bit of a relaxing period. Just chill while we get our faith and leadership up to 100. If your faith and leadership are two that are pretty good to do. Leadership you don't really need to do, but faith to 100, like if you can get it from training, it's actually really good. Or even 125 if you can put up the boredom for that long. But yeah, and if you're doing medicine and you've got the ability to train medicine with it as a hired sword, then yeah, medicine 75 is a really good breakpoint as well. Once you get to 75, you level out fast. Hiking in Tassie mountains claims multiple lives per year. Oh really? Because of snake bites? I got a mate who lives in Tasmania. I've got another mate whose husband works on the Spirit of Tasmania or whatever it is. Oh, isn't it Spirit of Tasmania? I can't remember what it's called. The one that does the ferry from mainland to Tasmania. Dying from weather. Oh yeah, dying from exposure is not very fun. Get an extra tournament win in. Yeah, the only problem is we're unlikely to win the tournaments as long as we're in the army, because we're competing with all of the other elite lords in the army. In this game, all the lords have like 300 skill, like they're just all ridiculously good. Which I think is a bit bullshit. Like, I don't know, I don't feel like they should, like, every single lord should have like 300 skill. I think they should rebalance that down a bit. It just makes the tournaments, you know, not very fun. Like, it's cool if you like occasionally come across a guy that's got like 300 skill and you just can't beat him, and it's like, who was that guy? Fuck. But when it's like just every time you're in a tournament, just every noble is like, you know, an unbeatable killing machine. It's just like, yeah. I'm not really sure what the mentality behind that was. Maybe they just weren't thinking about the tournaments. It was just like they, yeah, it might have just been
a while.
because they wanted him to be better in battle or whatever, and they just didn't think about it. I want to quickly get to the Shrine of Ulrich and back and get a quick prayer in if we can. Tasmania has the cleanest air in the world. Cleaner than New Zealand? Why is it cleaner than New Zealand? Oh, just because it's got like even less industry than New Zealand. Is there any mining in Tasmania, or is it just logging? Priestesses of Shalier is better than Life Wizard, or no? For your build, for the Wolf Priest, no, you need Life Wizards because you need for the Bark Skin. You need the Bark Skin 50% physical resist shield, plus the Light Wizard 50% physical resist shield, so you got 100% physical resist, which is what I've got going on right now. We're gonna have a fight so we can try it out. So yeah, so I would prioritize probably 2 Life Wizards and 2 Light Wizards, so you got a bit of redundancy. Have 2 of each, and then maybe get some Warrior Priests or Priestess of Shelier or whatever else. The Warrior Priest is alright because he does buffs and he just never runs out of Winds of Magic and stuff. So you have like a longer fight. If you have a longer fight, you're fucked basically, because you go from having 100% physical resist to 0%. But but yeah, if you're not fucked and it's close or whatever, then yeah, having the endless winds of magic with the priest of Shelia and the warrior priest keeping on healing and stuff is kind of cool. Although half the time they're already dead, so it doesn't work. But yeah, the main reason I want priests of Shelia is for the medicine, so I can put them in charge of like my second army. But you can actually level up medicine pretty easily on your companions if you really want to. On another, if you got another low level companion, just do the you do the faith power leveling thing, put 5 points into medicine, then get a huge army, and then go and train medicine on the undead corruption areas in Sylvania. All right, so we've got our 100 faith. Really? There we go, faith 100. I'm going to go for leadership now. Excuse me. I kind of wanted to fight this battle, but we're going to stick to our goals. So yeah, so once we get to tier 2, I'll drop another knight and we'll take 2 more wizards. And then we'll be rocking and rolling. Money pole, rake head, rectangular banner, short pine staff, shaft. Yeah, that's right, rake head, yeah. And it sells for I don't know, 3,000 to 6,000 depending on how good you make it. And if you got a little bit of trade.
It's been a while.
Get a quick prayer in since he's driving past. We'll try and catch up to him again though. Oh, I don't think I can join his army because he's sieging. A dick. Because he has tier 5 bushwalking experience. Nice. No. So normal rake head, rectangular banner, short pine shaft. Nothing on the bottom. Hey, we just hit tier 2. So we need another life wizard. Herb showing, good. And we need another light. Alright, we'll go to Felengen and then we'll go to Nuln. Grab our other companions. See what companions are available in here. Two-handed warrior priest hammer, yeah. That's it. So yeah, rake head, rectangular banner, short pine shaft. We finished reading all our books. I am the hammer. It's a bit Sigma, it's a bit Galmarazi, but you know, what can you do? Actually, so what do we need? 5 wrought iron. So okay, we can't really make a good one yet. The skill's too low. Ooh, excuse me. I think we need 3 in order to get to where we're going. Yeah, we can't really... swing speed 89 is still pretty good. Handling 80 is not great, but for a two-handed hammer, it's pretty good. Alright, let's go get our other companions. Hopefully they're still there. There's one in Falangan and the other one's in either Null or Urbshoren. Camping's okay till you want to take your dump? Yeah. Or you want to have a shower. Just because you smell, because you've got like 3 days worth of like campfire smoke just impregnated into your hair and skin and everything. And you get this kind of like greasy feeling, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like to think I'm, you know, I like to think I'm somewhat rugged or whatever, but yeah, I'm not really. Way too used to my creature comforts. I mean, I can what do you call it? I can put up with camping. I can survive, but it's not like but yeah, definitely aware of the after a couple of days worth. Like I think like camping for me, like probably like 1 day, like a 2-day trip with like 1 day over sleeping over 1 night is probably like the ideal camping length for me. Like, or you know, 2 or 3 days with 2 nights camping out is probably like the maximum. Like after that, I'm like, yeah. I mean, it's not like, you know what I mean? It's not like I can't stay out, I couldn't camp longer, but it's like, you know what I mean? The enjoyment level versus I'm kind of sick of it now kind of factor. Three days, no more. Yeah, I feel like 3 days is probably like a good maximum, but I reckon even like a 1.5 day kind of thing. Like, yeah, one sleep out 1 night and have like yeah. Oh yeah, I don't know, it depends. Yeah, I suppose if you went there got there in the afternoon, didn't really do any hiking or anything, just kind of chilled, set up camp, whatever. Then you had a full day of like hiking and shit, and then like a second night. Yeah, maybe like 2 nights. I reckon for me, like more like 2 nights but only 1 full day. So it'd be like a half day, like kind of travel there, have like the afternoon, evening where you don't really do too much hardcore physical stuff. You maybe just go for a swim, set up camp, you know. Then you have 1 day of like hardcore hiking and shit, and then that night you chill, campfire and all that shit, and then the next morning you just go. Like sort of like 1.5 days, 2 nights. That might be, yeah, something like that probably would be my ideal, I reckon. But I think that's mainly because of because my feet are a bit fucked up. Like if like I can run okay, but if I have to walk for a long period, like eventually my feet get all sore and fucked up. So yeah, so I can do like 1 day of hiking, but then the next day I'll be kind of like, you know, pretty unhappy. My dad used to take us camping for 6 weeks when we were kids. It's crazy being indoors after that. So, oh wow, so you'd be camping non-stop for 6 weeks in a row. Wow, that's really cool. I mean, it's really cool that you got to have that experience as a kid. I've never had anything like that. It's crazy. Can't cross this because these beastmen are like. We could give them a good fight, but we'd run out of. Oh, fuck. We could give them a good fight, but we'd run out of our spells would run out. Fucking, how many beastmen are there everywhere? It's like Beastman Central. was in Scotland though, so not wilderness. Oh, is there no wilderness in Scotland? Isn't there like mountains and forests and shit? Oh yeah. Balanced. Every now and again you get lucky. Alright, well that's the best we're going to do for quite some time. We had a drill for setting up camp, etc. It's mostly heather, mountains, sea, etc., but no big bears or big spiders. I don't think you really want big bears or big spiders. You just want, you know, somewhere where you can go swimming and some like kind of trails, some trails to hike on that are, you know, appropriate for your level of fitness. I actually like not bouldering, like not actual rock climbing, but I kind of like it when you have to like kind of clamber over rocks and stuff like that, you know, when you go like off-road, kind of up a hill or whatever, but you're not like actually like rock climbing and finger hanging and shit like that. You're just kind of clambering over stuff. That's kind of fun. Feels kind of adventure-y. Alright, let's get our other mage set up. Okay, I need to respec him. Alright, so this guy needs blast protection, and that's all. He's just going to cast that twice if the battle goes long enough. This guy, blast protection, that's it, nothing else. And this guy is going to cast bark skin, but he won't have enough to cast it twice, so then he can just cast heals after that. And that should keep us going. Alright, let's give him some like cheap ass boots. Hey Cassidy, I'm trying to download Old Realms mod right now. Does it take too long to launch for the first time? I'm kind of stuck on the loading screen. So two things, Cassidy. If you, when you go into the Steam Workshop, when you download it, there's a whole heap of instructions of how to install it. If you go down the bottom, there's a part that says long loading times or whatever, and it tells you to delete a bunch of shader folders. So basically, yeah, if you delete those shader folders, and then it won't do that like massive loading screen thing. However, if you didn't, assuming you didn't do that, or if you did do that and it's still taking ages anyway, yeah, as Ava said, it just takes ages to load the first time. Yeah, just have to just sit there for like 20 minutes and wait for it to do its thing. Or you could just cancel it, go delete those shaders, and then start again. It'll be, yeah, much faster if you delete the shader folders. Alright, we might need to do... You already did the shaders though? Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I think that's as... Well, if you've already deleted the shader folders, that's as good as it gets. Yeah, you just gotta wait. Yeah, it just takes fucking ages, yeah. But yeah, it depends on your system. Like, with this last time I did it, when I deleted the shader folders, it wasn't too bad. But other times it's taken like, yeah, like 20 minutes. 1 hour is enough. When it's finished loading is enough. You just let it go until it finishes. Yeah, just make sure you haven't. Make sure it hasn't crashed. Yeah, make sure it hasn't crashed. Sometimes if you've been tabbing around, you know, there's another tab that's got a crash message on it. As long as it's not crashed and it's still going, then yeah, just let it go. Yeah, make sure you got the right version, 1.2.1. Don't have any other mods on except for Harmony. Oh yeah, we have to get to Nolan and get our other dude. To Nolan. I got no money. Fuck. Need a town. And sell our ill-gotten blacksmith gains. There won't be any download traffic because it's already downloaded. He's just trying to install it. Yeah, no, he's already like downloaded the mod, and it's already like, yeah, it's already downloaded everything before he starts to like, he's booting up the game and it's frozen in the game. So it's already like the installing part's all done and everything. It's just trying to load the shaders and shit. Your game is up? Yeah, nice. Now you got to go into the menu and do build shader cache. And that could take another 5 to 20 minutes, or it might be fast, you know, who knows. But yeah, so next you got to build shader cache. And again, it'll just freeze for fucking ages. Just let it go. But once you've done it once, then it'll be right. reckon we could do a quick little fight at some point around. Yeah. I suppose once we get our other dude, it'll be better. We already talked about that yesterday, Hoops. Or do you have new information? Oh, that's not the one we want. Gotta go to Erbshore and... Where the fuck's Erbshore? Over there. Worth a second mention? Yeah, maybe. But from my point of view, as far as entertainment goes, it's kind of like watching the same TV show a second time, the same, like, immediately after I just finished watching it. Unless you're going to provide me with, like, new content. Like, you have to tell me about something different that's cool about it that you didn't already tell me. Otherwise, I'm just watching the same Hooves show as I was watching before. No, you're right, man. I'm half giving you shit. Rerun, yeah. Sometimes it's nice to watch a rerun. It's comforting, you know. All right, we need to get rid of one of our guys, so we go to the arena. So Adelhard is our tournament champion with 8 wins. And Alberic's our other guy. We'll get rid of Alberic. I'm probably going to get a crash again, or potentially we will. Nope, we're good. Nope, we're crashed. Fucking hell. Yeah, it's weird. Like lately, I've just, yeah, with the current version, because I think some, like, I don't know what the difference is, maybe Harmony. But yeah, for some reason it seems to crash a lot more like in those situations. But at least it's like, I think the good thing about these crashes is that, like, I always know when it's going to happen. Like I always know that if I try to, yeah, if I try to kick out a guy, that's when I'll probably crash. And then I know that I can avoid it by moving to a different area, and then I probably won't crash. You know, so it's sort of kind of not as frustrating as, like, sometimes. Yeah, like even though I've had a few crashes, like probably in the last 2 days, we've had like 5 or 6 crashes, but every single one of them has been that specific situation, and I know how to kind of deal with it, so it's not too frustrating. Whereas other times I've had, you know, I've had periods where I just had like no crashes for a whole day, or maybe like 1 crash per, you know, in an 8-hour session or something, which I don't mind too much. And then I've had other days where it's like you do something wrong and you're just crashing all the time, but you don't. But I didn't know what it was, you know. So at the moment, I'm not. It's not too bad, but yeah. So if you haven't played this before, it can be a really stable mod. Just, I don't know, your mileage may vary. Basically, some people say it just crashes all the time. They don't know what's going on. They can't make it work. Other people have no problems. I have no problems sometimes for periods, and then I have more problems other times. But it's never been, for me personally, it's never been to the point where it was like, you know, I couldn't deal with it. It was unplayable. I had to just crash and tear my hair out or something. Yeah, get some crashes, but yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, I reckon if I go to some unpopulated area over here where there's like no parties nearby. Oh, well, there's that party bit. And hopefully we'll get away with it. Yeah, we're
I'm
fine.
yours to command.
Yeah, whereas if I had tried to do it again in the same spot, it would have just crashed again probably. All right, now we need to find a need to quickly find somewhere where we can kill some dudes.
What is it, stranger?
All right. I don't know if magic for that, but that's alright. Actually, we can just quickly... Alright, cool. We are now ready to go. So yeah, so the build is basically now operational. It's just, but you know, obviously there's a lot more. You have to, you know, rank up to tier 4, get all your powers unlocked, become an absolute combat beast. You know, solo killing hundreds of dudes every battle and all that kind of stuff. That's kind of what you got to look forward to. But yeah, now we've got the guys to heal us and keep us alive in battle long enough for us to do that.
We're just armed. On my command, hold fire! Charge! Follow me! Move out! Off the horses! Move out!
There's our little posse.
Raise your shields! Shoot arrows!
Oh shit, I forgot to oh, my life wizards didn't. That's weird. My life wizards didn't do their thing. They were supposed to give me shields. Might have to change my spells around. No, it's no good. Need to reset up our spells. Not set up correctly. Let's try that again. That was embarrassing. That was not what we were trying to do at all. So the life wizards did their thing. They put their shields on. No other spells on. Don't need that. Yep, beautiful. Now light wizards. Yeah, now he's only got shield on. Only got shield on. Okay, now we should be a bit better off. Try that again. Need to get back up to the north where we can get more Ulrich prayer going on. Alright. Just need a party of like 30 or 40 dudes. Ooh, Cassowary Great Axe. Do you want that? But we don't have enough. Yeah. Alright, get the Cassowary Axe. Then we can make then we can make Axe of Impossibility later on. One more battle and then I have to hit the head, hit the hay. Briganza's. Is it Briganza's Besiegers? No, Borgia's Besiegers. I don't know. Briganza's a different one. Briganza are the Genoese crossbowmen guys? Or are they the... Yeah, I think so. Well, yeah, I think so. Smoke the Chaos Warrior Axe just so we can get started on our great axes. But I don't need to worry about it right now. Actually, we might just buy some food. Alright, see if we can find one little quick fight to show off my invincibility. There we go. There's 50 guys here. Means we might get wrecked. But hopefully not.
On my hold arrows! Move! Move out! Off the horses! Marching order! Move out!
Right, wait till they come around the corner so we don't have to keep the shields up because the arrows will block us if we... They're coming. They're coming.
Shoot!
Invincibility. Yeah, there we go. Invincibility. But I can't be harmed by mortal weapons. So you can see them getting hit, but it just doesn't do anything. Boom! That was my frost spell. Now I've frosted everyone, so they're all going slow. What are you running for? Where are you running? Get back here.
For Sigma! Line up!
Yeah. So this is how it rolls. Now we're invincible, and then we just go around smashing the shit out of everybody. But we're only invincible for that long. They just wore off. Oh, actually, no, that was the battle ended that cancelled it. So we're invincible for about 50 seconds. And then we've got 50% resistance for another 30 seconds. And then we're fucked. That's basically how it rolls. Although if we stay tight with our tight with our wizards, they should cast a second cast once their cooldown comes off. So yeah, we should hopefully have about 80 seconds of invulnerability. Which, as long as we can hide behind something so we don't take a lot of arrow fire on the way in. Because if you have to cast it straight away to resist arrow fire, then it's going to run out faster by the time you get into melee. But if you can kind of like hide until they get close and then just pop it, then it's going to last for ages. How cool do they look with their wolf hats and their wolf pelts then? Pretty badass. Fuck. Shielded up. That's what it's all about, the glory. The glorious melee. I missed out on the heal because I wasn't with my infantry when they popped off their spawn. Pretty cool. The glorious melee. But yeah, eventually what we'll do is we'll put them into, if we have a tough fight, put them into 2 groups. So we'll do like fire at will in the first group, which will be one life mage, one light mage. And then that'll be enough to put the shield on everybody, and then we'll keep the other 2 in reserve, and activate them later. I'm sure there'll be times where they get knocked out after the first one wears off, but before I manage to activate for the second one. But what can you do? Yeah, anyway, just wanted to give you a quick little demo of getting the Wolf Priest ultimate melee build going ASAP. Go damage with maces and 2-handers. But yeah, anyway, that just gives you the gist of how to do it. Yeah, Salmon's playing that campaign as well right now, so he's like inspired me. But yeah, did you get yours going, Salmon? You get your life priest, life wizard, and your light wizard going synchronized, or is it not working for you? Yeah, looking for life at the moment, but you got light doing tawnies for tier 2 at the moment. Okay, nice. Once you get your light wizard, you could probably just switch to doing 80-man beastman parties. Because if you've got like 50 or 60 wolf brothers and you're immune to damage for the first 80 seconds, you can probably probably win those fights pretty easily. Especially if you have two life wizards and 2 light wizards, and you stagger them, so it lasts even longer. Yeah. Anyway, good luck. Anyway, guys, have a good one, everyone. I'm gonna go to bed. Got to go to work soon, so yeah, I'll catch you all next time.